Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Looking to move it through the air. Escapes the sack. Trying to make magic on the scramble. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On third down, going up top. Using his feet to buy time. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Well, you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll give it to the back. Hits the spin cycle. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Snap it to the back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his man down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Buys a little time with his feet. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Griffin. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Let's it fly. He's got an open man. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. DB's right up on the receivers. Coming after him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. It's still 3rd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas Tech 7, Michigan 0.
We'll start this second quarter with a field goal attempt. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 28 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The give out of the gun. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. On second down, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll let it fly. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year. Things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. It's complete to the right. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football to create balance, and right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Going to the running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You see the tight ends in nowadays in football, they're just so athletic and they can do so many different things. And right here, this wasn't one of them that we want to brag about. He had a chance to drag across the field and make a catch, but that thing hit him right in the midst, and he just dropped it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Saunders. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that on first down from the 13-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Goes to the option. Quick toss. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan 3.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Going up top on first down. Quarterback moving. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Looking for a big play. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Wolverines will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He wants to throw. Makes his connection. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go with a direct snap. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and hauls it in. He's backed up deep in his own territory. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet flowing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 39 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see it here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's right on target. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Griffin. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that.
Trying to burn this defensive back. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Quarterback adapted. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The throw. Finds his man enough for the first. Touchdown, Michigan! made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
With the carry.
Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Let's go. He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. Second down coming up. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas Tech 27, Michigan 11.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll run it again. At the 40, there he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Here they come on second down, trying to put this game away. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Saunders. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the Red Raiders have pushed it inside the 20. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UNLV looks like the best show on the Vegas Strip right now. What a dazzling offensive showcase. They're up 14 over the Pandas. For now, it's back to you, fellas. But, of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Quick pass on the fly motion. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down here for the offense.
First down for the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Floating away. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Line getting set on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Steps away to find some room. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
The number one objective for our defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keeps it on the bootleg. Looking to scramble. He fires it out to the right. And he reels it in inside the 30.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackle is made after the first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively.